Kenya's Rift Valley salt lakes are a treasure trove of biodiversity. The water from Lake Bogoria supports biological life in extreme conditions. Extremophiles, as they are known, are found in Lake Bogoria in Baringo County. The lake, found in the heart of the Rift Valley, makes valuable contribution not only to the textile industries but to the global biotechnology industry, a role that is now under threat from bio-piracy. But if properly managed, the extraction of extremophiles from Lake Bogoria can also contribute to conservation efforts in the area. There is still a lot of mystery surrounding the issue of biological wealth among indigenous communities, who are the major stakeholders, yet they have little or no knowledge and understanding on the science surrounding extremophiles. Has the Nagoya Protocol been successful in fighting biopiracy, and is technology which enables use of online tools in monitoring and tracking of research activities enough to curb illegal bioprospecting? It is another beautiful day in Lake Bogoria, a highly saline lake found in Baringo County. Lake Bogoria is a magnificent natural wonder located in the heart of Kenya's Rift Valley. The lake is known for its breathtaking beauty and unique natural features that attract visitors from all over the world. The lake is situated in a semi-arid region. The lake is also one of the most saline water bodies in the world. The water temperature can reach up to 100 degrees Celsius. But that's not all that makes Lake Bogoria unique. The lake is also home to thousands of lesser flamingos. The lake area was the traditional home of the Endorois people, who are an indigenous group of people who are now fighting to ensure that they benefit from the secret wealth from the lake. They claim they were forced to leave the area in the 1970s and are now challenging their removal, but they now hope to benefit from the extraction of the extremophiles under the Nagoya Protocol. Extremophiles are organisms that can survive in extreme or inhospitable environments. The theft of the extremophiles, which not only survive but thrive under such extreme conditions, is real despite the ratification of the Nagoya Protocol and several other international conventions related to biodiversity conservation. This is according to biodiversity experts. Even as they battle to benefit from the extremophiles, the communities have to also deal with the extreme conditions afflicting their own lives. With the effects of climate change and prolonged droughts, many men from indigenous communities are leaving their homes in search of pasture and water, while others leave for towns in search of jobs to sustain their families, forcing women and children to bear the brunt. It is for this reason that Monica Yator is a woman on a mission. She wants to reduce the poverty levels among the indigenous communities in Baringo.
We saw the need of bringing in the issues of women and girls and amplifying their voices, especially with a lot of gender stereotypes and marginalization that was going on in my village. What we were trying to challenge was the high cases of teenage pregnancies, gender-based violences, and also poverty, because you saw a number of young girls dropping out of school. Others were forced into early marriages. Others were dropping out of school because they want to get married, to get out of poverty.
She wants to empower women and youth, especially girls who are at great risk of early marriage, by teaching them about the rare wealth found in the community and the need for the protection of natural resources.
How are we benefiting from this water? We are still poor. There's a lot of malnutrition in Tiati. We have people now fighting because there's a banditry, they want food, they want this, but what is the government saying?
She believes the introduction of such new means of livelihood will help to fight poverty through technology transfer among the youth and end gender-based violence.
I understand it is used to make jeans, to make the blue jeans blue. So who are those people benefiting? Because of course the county government is there. We have the national government and also the stake, those people in the society, especially from the Torres community.
Yator says extensive sensitization is needed in the community.
So I make to understand that there is some money goes to the county. There's some money goes to the community, but then managed through the county government. So again, we need also to investigate and know how many of these people are benefiting. Maybe the only Torres community are benefiting, but what about the rest of the community in Baringo? That's a case to follow up.
There is therefore need for women and youth to be informed about the prior informed consent to enable them access benefits in case there is commercialization and other benefits of biotrade. And for this to succeed, indigenous and biocultural approaches need to create greater synergies between communities and formal institutions and to educate members of the public on the ways of sharing the new wealth. The issue of the benefit sharing from the microorganisms harvested from the lake is a controversial one for the Endorois community. Richard Kamnangoror, the Chief Executive Officer of the Endorois Welfare Council, says members of the community are yet to reap the full benefits of the commercialization of extremophiles extracted from the lake. He says the community has domesticated the Nagoya Protocol with the hope that this will curb the theft of the biological wealth and promote biotrade. He added that the biocultural protocol is being redrafted to include the interests of women, youth, and those with disabilities. James Mwamodenyi, the head of biodiversity management at the Kenya Forest Service, concurs that a lot of material was illegally acquired before Kenya signed the Nagoya Protocol.
In the past, people have accessed material, they go and come up with commercial products, and the people from where that material came from end up getting nothing. In fact, they become buyers and benefit little. So the Nagoya Protocol came in and put in instruments to ensure that if somebody accesses biological material plus the knowledge, they go together, because it's the local people who know how to use these materials are protected in such a way that we have instruments like what we call prior informed consent. In most cases, we'd call it PIC.
In 2014, Kenya ratified the Nagoya Protocol, a global agreement that implements the access and benefit sharing of genetic resources for biotechnology research and development.
Because bio-piracy is real and it's happening, and especially when it comes to the microorganisms, the soil, the bacteria and what have you that live in the soil. Some of them are highly beneficial, and I'm sure as knowledge improves, we will see more and more of this taking place.
Some global textile industries continue to benefit from the biological wealth from Lake Bogoria.
I think the most commonly one is the Extremophiles from Lake Bogoria, but bio-piracy is taking place because if you think of microorganisms, sometimes it's not easy to tell when somebody is carrying such materials. But it is important that all of us who are responsible for conserving this material, they are aware of this matter. There is still lack of awareness across the local communities and even people in government. Not many people know about this issue about biological materials and the access and their benefit sharing. So there is need to create awareness across board, both those in public service, even private sector, and more so the community who hold the knowledge about this material. Nobody should give information about how they utilize their biological material until the person who's asking them shows that they have the necessary permits from the key institutions in Kenya. One of them is NACOSTI, that is National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation. When it comes to trees, then one comes to Kenya Forest Service for the next set of approvals. If it's animals, one goes to Kenya Wildlife Service.
But Kenya is still at great risk of biopiracy. And as the indigenous communities bank on the biocultural protocol to safeguard their interests, Moi University is among institutions supporting research in Lake Bogoria to support textile industries like Rivertex.
Hiyo sekta ya textile tukiweka Rivertex pamoja na factories zingine ambazo ziko at river na zingine siko Mombasa, saa hii inaajiri 50,000 people.
Both the national and county governments have a role to play. They have to come up with policies and laws to protect the country's natural resources and to encourage the communities to conserve the biodiversity.
We want to work with our colleagues in interior so that we can enforce compliance for any traders, any businesses that are being done illegally in the country.
We need to be managers of our natural resources. We cannot say that the population has increased, so it has given pressure to our nature. No, we can still use that small resources.
In 2015, Brazil passed a law that regulates access and benefit sharing of genetic resources and associated traditional knowledge. Worldwide, annual sales in biotechnology ran into several billions of US dollars. Revenues from a royalty percentage of 1 to 10 negotiated through the Conference of Parties could run into tens of billions of US dollars per year. But if managed properly, the extraction of extremophiles from Lake Bogoria can provide economic, cultural, scientific, and conservation benefits for the Endorois community and the wider region. It is therefore important that any extraction is done in a sustainable and responsible manner that does not harm the local ecosystem or the community. Caroline Tomno, CAS TV.